All right, guys, today we're going to talk about a couple things, but most importantly, what is wholesaling and how to do it. And let's break it down. So, wholesaling is in real estate, in anywhere really, is taking a distressed property or a property that's off or on market, having the seller agree to a certain price, let's just say $100,000 for now, and then finding an investor who is going to purchase that property for more than the $100,000. Let's use $30,000 or $80,000 just for the example. So they agreed to buy it at $180,000. You just made $80,000 by finding that end investor. So let's start from the top. You have to find these motivated sellers. So this is going to be divorce situations. It's going to be probate situations, pre-foreclosures, foreclosures, and anything else that you might think is an issue a seller might be having that you could probably solve for them. And typically, if you have no money, when you could do this with no money, you must start with the free option. So that's public data, and that's driving for dollars. So driving for dollars is probably one of the easiest things. You just drive around your neighborhood and see who is most likely to sell by how ugly their home is. Now, don't just look for ugly, look for different signs as well. There could be boarded up windows, it could be vacant, it could be a for sale sign that's been there for too long. These are types of deals that you can look at just from a mile away and then skip trace the phone number to get that person's data. So you call them up and say, hey, I'd like to buy your property at a discounted price. Um, I want to pay $100,000 for your property. Let's change this to 100,000. So everyone's on the same page. Once they agree to that, and you will have people agree to that more times than you won't, you will go to find an investor, a flipper, or a landlord. And these people are looking for deals left and right. I'm looking for deals. So if you ever get something, send it my way. I could be your buyer. But you'll build that list of individuals, and they'll be on your list for quite a bit until you bring them a good deal. So, like I said, flippers, wholesalers, landlords, all these people need to get on your list because they can help you buy those homes. Now, instead of buying the contract, because you have no money, you're broke at this point. Instead of buying the contract, buying the home, you're going to take that house and you're going to assign it to them. Now, the assignment fee is your profit, so it's the difference between 100 and say 180, and that's the difference that goes into your pocket. Now, here's an example situation. You find a motivated seller with a house worth 120, you get it under contract for 80, you assign the contract to the buyer for 90K. That's 10 grand in your pocket at closing. You don't have to close, you don't have to have cash. Most of the time, all you have to do is put an earnest money deposit in. And even then, I know people who will lend you that money at, say, a $1,500 charge, and you don't have to do anything out of pocket. Yeah, it's cost of doing business, but no money out of pocket is crazy. Now, the pros and cons of this whole thing, there's low startup costs, literally zero. If you take my 5-day boot camp on wholesaling, you'll learn the ins and outs in just 5 days. You'll get access to some of the most important people in the wholesaling game in the school community. You'll also get access to some contracts as well. So zero out of pocket. With ChatGPT now, you can even create your contracts for free, and they'll be bulletproof. So low startup costs, no need for credit or loans. At the end of the day, you're not closing on these deals. You don't need to have a lender ready. Fast closing, fast cash closings as well. So good cash flow. My company pivoted from fix and flipping everything to wholesaling about 50% of things just for the cash flow. And it's great for you to come in with zero knowledge, zero money, no licensing requirements. In most states, also check your state requirements. But here in California, no licensing requirements. The cons, like I said, there are some restrictions state to state. Finding the deals does take some time and energy. It could take you a month, 3 months, 4 months to find your first deal. And the biggest thing that I've faced is having a solid buyers list. And if you watch more of my videos, you'll see why that's difficult. But there's people out there who just don't buy a certain type of a house. So you have to figure out what everyone's buy box is. But at the end of the day, you do have to hustle. You have to put in the work. I think you can. If you're watching this, if you're searching for this video and it popped up, it means you're actually searching for the knowledge. So what I want you to do is go take the 5-day boot camp. It's in the description. Click on that. We'll provide it to you for free.